Welcome to the Sunday Reach by the Dominicans. Today we celebrate the feast of St. Thomas the Apostle, one of the apostles of Jesus who came to India. The history tells us that he reached the southern part of the country, that's in Kerala, in 52 AD, and he was martyred in 72 AD near Mylapore. That's a little history about this saint that we celebrate. And since he was the apostle to India and his blood was shed here in our own land, who brought the good news to the people of India, so he becomes the patron saint of India. My dear brothers and sisters, as we reflect on today's gospel, we are told that when Jesus rose again and he appeared to the disciples when Thomas was absent, he refused to believe that Jesus was risen. And ever since, we consider him as the doubting Thomas. As I reflect on his life and probably his approach to the resurrection of Jesus, it's not that he was doubting, rather he was searching for the truth. He wanted to be convinced. He wanted to convince his brain so that he believes in the resurrection of Jesus. He just didn't want to believe anything, whatever anyone says. He wanted to be convinced. He wanted to have some reasons. He wanted to have some sort of scientific approach to the belief that Jesus is risen. Jesus appears to him when he was present with the rest of the disciples. And Jesus tells him, "Now you put your hands in the wounds." That was not required for St. Thomas. It was enough that St. Thomas saw Jesus face to face. It was enough to believe now. And so his confession, "My Lord and my God." And this event changed his life. This event made him convinced and to believe in Jesus till he died. There was no ever a little doubt that he could doubt whether Jesus was still alive or not. The deep desire to search for Jesus, to know that he is risen, was to make him convinced, and Jesus blessed him by his appearance to him. My dear brothers and sisters, as we celebrate the feast of St. Thomas the Apostle, let us ask certain questions to ourselves. What kind of faith that we have and we live? Is it the blind faith, where we simply believe whatever that is told to us about our religion and about our dogmas, or even in that matter about Jesus? Is that the simple belief? I call it a blind belief. If it is a blind belief that we are told and we believed, but tomorrow someone questions us, our faith will shake, our belief will collapse. When tomorrow crises come into our life, when problems arise in our life, then our faith will fluctuate. We will doubt whether God exists, whether Jesus is really there with me or not, whether he is really healing me, he is saving me, he is setting me free from the current crisis. Questions will be there. Doubts will be there. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, we Catholics base our faith not on simply what is told to us or we are made to believe. Our faith, like St. Thomas the Apostle, is a faith based on our reason. Our faith is based on the truth which can be studied, which can be felt, which can be experienced. So it is not just enough to believe everything. as Catholics, we need to, whatever that is told to us as children and then as we were growing up, we need to substantiate our faith with concrete evidences, with concrete proofs. And these concrete proofs are found in the Bible. And that's the truth. We study Bible, we read Bible, we understand Bible, because Bible is the truth, because it is the word of God. So we don't simply believe anything. We believe because it's written in the Bible, and we believe that the Bible is the truth. And the more we desire, like St. Thomas Apostle, what is the desire? Lord, I want to see you. I want to experience you. I want to believe by seeing you. Yeah. And this kind of desire, when we create more and more, I believe Jesus will appear to us now in our life. So on one hand, we have whatever the catechism is taught to us, and yes, that is there. To make it more stronger, to make our faith more stronger, we need to desire Jesus. And so, through studying the Bible and asking God to give us His vision, or in literal sense, He makes Himself or shows Himself to us, there we will have concrete sort of faith in us. Otherwise, we are always on the shaky faith. Whenever questions arise and things, we fluctuate in our faith. Therefore, it is important that we search for the truth. Therefore, it is important that we study and believe. So, God, Jesus may reveal to us in the form of visions and in the form of God experiences or in healings. This will help us all the more to believe. You see, when Jesus appeared to Thomas, he confessed, "My God and my Lord." And that was the powerful statement St. Thomas makes. And the rest of his life, there was never ever a single doubt about Jesus or about himself, that what he was doing, that he's preaching, that he came to India, to another world. That was the conviction. And to the extreme of dying for Jesus. My dear brothers and sisters, today we have to grow from our infant faith to the faith of an adult. An adult faith is based on thinking. An adult faith is based on reasoning. An adult faith is based on evidences. Well, certain realities of our faith cannot be proved when I speak about evidence. Certain dogmas cannot be proved from the laboratory perspective, but we have the Bible. We study the Bible, and from the Bibles we can reason out, because the Bible is the truth. So we can reason out. Along with that, if our desire is very intense, we will have visions of God. God Himself will reveal to us, and there we are able to grow in our faith. So this is what, like St. Thomas, we need to be. We do not remain on our just simple belief that is told to us, but we grow. We grow by experiences. We grow in our study of the Word. We grow in God experiences that we have. Above all, the desire that we create to know God, to experience God. And this is how we grow in our faith. So my dear brothers and sisters, when I talk about St. Thomas and his faith, it is nothing to do with an infant faith, but it is to do with an adult faith. And therefore, let us grow from infancy to adulthood in our faith. And how? By desiring the truth, by searching the truth. And so, as we search, we read Bible, we study Bible, we ask God to reveal Himself in any form, in the physical form, in the vision form, in the healing form, in the deliverance form. And these things will make us all the more stronger in our belief and in our faith. So let us therefore grow as an adult in our faith like St. Thomas the Apostle.